One thing I want to address, and this is again rumor control, because I think it's really disappointing that people would twist facts, quite frankly, flat out lie, and be so over the top to try to create a public health scare by trying to insinuate that our city drinking waters, there's an actual issue or problem with it. There are people that are going far to say is there cancer-causing agents in that. They need to bring in Aaron Brockovich, and that this is a major problem within our city. This is absolutely absurd. I understand with people having concerns. I understand people having questions. But to stand there and actually try to create what I would call a panic with inaccurate information is extremely disappointing. They've tried to reference a website, which is a independent organization that takes a look at some of the actual problems in our city water. When you look at it, let's make this very clear. The city of Deerfield Beach does not have a problem from a health standpoint with our water at all. Broward County it inspects us on a regular basis. It's highly regulated. We don't have a problem with the EPA. We don't have a problem with Broward County when it comes to any health hazards with our water supply. That is absolutely not true if anyone tries to say that. Now, we have failed, we have had 2 boil water alerts, one in 2013, one in February of 2017. Compared to other cities, that's a pretty small amount. Both of those situations dealt with water that was at the direct well level, all right? Because of that, we put out our public notifications. Everybody knew about it. It's in the news. It's highly reported. Again, this is a highly regulated utility. And I can assure you there is no, whatever conspiracy theory somebody wants to come up with and try to say, well, Broward County, the health department, this is a cover-up. What are they trying to do? It's absolutely absurd. It would not be in their best interest to go ahead and try to cover for the city of Deerfield Beach should there be any problem within our drinking system. And what I find disappointing is people that try to say they've researched this and they found this website, this ewg.org, that allows you to, it's an advocacy group out of California where you can plug in your zip code and take a look at the tap water evaluations for your city. And when you take a look at that, the one person that's out there that's really trying to push this forward is a non-resident. Person lives in Plantation. And if they would plug in their own zip code, they would actually see that the Plantation water supply rating, according to this website, is actually worse than ours. So when you look at it, they say, well, there's contaminants above a health guideline. There is no health guideline really that's put out there. Certainly the federal government has its rules and regulations, but they're using their own separate guidelines to determine this. So when they say, well, if you go to this website, it'll show that the city of Deerfield Beach has contaminants that have been found. There have been 2 that are contaminants above health guidelines and 5 detected contaminants besides that. Yet, that sounds bad, and I understand that. But if you look a little bit further, you kind of realize this is the norm in most cities. And it is nowhere near any sort of health risk level. Not even close. City of Plantation, which this person, Mr. Joe LeVay, who does not live in this city, does not own property, but seems to be the leading person to push this idea forward, if they would look in their own zip code, they have 3 contaminants tested for the city of Plantation above health guidelines and 4 detected contaminants additionally. Pompano has 3 and 6. Weston, 4 and 5. Hollywood has 4 and 11. Boca Raton, 3 and 6. What do these numbers mean? Not much when you really look at it. To give you an idea, the national average for one of the things they're trying to say is a hexavalent, which they say is a cancer-causing agent, which is naturally occurring many times that you'll find. The national average for having it in your water supply is 0.797. Our city has 0.180. We're not even close to the national average. All of this is made up because someone saw a picture and actually saw rust at the water plant. The rust that they saw is an issue that's at the earliest part of the plant. It doesn't affect our drinking water, and I assure you, if it did, Broward County, the EPA, would be coming down on us. You would know about it, and you would know about it very loudly. It's wrong for people to try to spin something simply because they don't like who's sitting up here to go ahead and make that kind of hay and create a public panic. So residents, please rest assured, there's nothing wrong with your drinking water. I live in the city of Deerfield Beach. My children live in the city of Deerfield Beach as well as my family. I drink the water every single day. There's not a single problem with it when it comes to a health safety issue. Anybody else that says that is inaccurate.